That's Hunter.
What's truly good with you guys? Shout out to Presonus for shooting Studio One Pro 7 to your brother. We're going to check this out and dig in. Let's get right into it.
That's Hunter.
All right, so you guys are gonna be surprised at my response. I actually like Studio One Pro 7 a lot. One critique that I have with Presonus is just getting set up. I wish this was easier. It sort of reminds me of Pro Tools. So what I mean is this: when you have a new MIDI controller, you can't just plug it in and just start playing it. You have to go into your preferences and you have to go into your external devices and actually add a controller to get it to register. So that is, you know, compared to Ableton and Logic, you could just plug in any controller and just get started right away. All right, and the last thing that I've done in terms of the setup is the key commands. So I've come over here to Studio One, you can go to keyboard shortcuts, and I actually changed the mapping to Logic. You have this option to make your workflow easier. So if you're coming from Logic Pro or Ableton, it will actually adapt to a percentage of the shortcuts. Now with the Ableton shortcuts, it is not the Ableton Live 12 shortcuts at the time of recording this video. It's actually the Ableton Live 11 shortcuts. They've changed them in 12. So Logic has been consistent, so I've been putting it on Logic just to make it easier for me. So, all right guys, so of course we got to cook up a beat, but I do this for you guys to see yourselves using the DAW. So let's get into it. All right, and the drums that I'm using today, guys, is my chill hop kits, and I'll leave that available for you guys tagged below. All right, so let's add some keys to this. So this has been a thing for me with Studio One. It did not capture the front half of the sustain pedal information because it was still recording. So what I've done to work around this is I'll turn the loop off, I'll re-record this, and then just do it that way. And I'll just record it like that and then turn the loop back on. All right, that's a thing for me. It ends up becoming a buzzkill. All right, let's lay down some keys. Sick. Now we can just go ahead and nudge that on back and we have our loop. So one thing I want to point out is the bass here. This is actually from the Chill Hop kits as well. I've been getting a lot of questions about the bass that I'm using. So the Chill Hop kit includes the drums from this and the bass that you're hearing. All right. Now guys, I do want to mention that I have sound packs and mixing templates available for Studio One. I made these on Studio One 5, so they will work on the later versions. If you're on Studio One 6 or if you're on Pro 7, you might want to download the legacy plugins to make sure that you have compatibility on Studio One Pro 7. I'll make sure to leave those tagged below for you guys to check out. So once again, guys, I am actually enjoying Studio One Pro 7. I love the new curved edges. Definitely reminds me of Logic Pro. It's just got this clean, sleek look, and I really like just the vibrance of this overhaul, which is dope. All right, now let's get into the fun stuff. We're gonna get into the stems. All right, that's what it sounds like right now. So let's go ahead and stem this out. So we're going to right click on this. Let's go to audio, and then we will go to separate stems. Now I'm going to do all of them and hit OK. All right, perfect. So let's start with the vocals.
The past mistakes, waking up to see the day.
Very good.
No matter what may come your way, you'll make it anyway, anyway.
All right, so it's got a little bit of the artifacts from the other tracks in there, but the clarity is crazy. So let's check out the drums here. I'm really surprised at the transients, how well it's picking up the transients here. Look at this, like that is really good. That is really, really good. The high end and the crispiness. All right, really dope. Let's check out the bass. Okay. Wow. All right, sick. So for the stems, I would definitely say these are dope. I did get a bit of artifacts from the other tracks in the vocal here. Not bad. Now this is a hard track. This is a very hard track because it's a lot of pads in this particular track. I will say that the fact that they have stems, Ableton still doesn't have stems. I'm waiting on y'all, family. I'm waiting patiently. But this is really dope. So what we're gonna do is get some assistance from Splice. So it has this new AI generative process where we can drag and drop in what we've done and get some automated Splice samples. So you will need an account with Splice to do this. So we're gonna come over here to Splice and we're gonna drag everything in. So we're gonna take all that, drag it in there, and it's gonna give us some suggestions. It's gonna automatically put everything in the same key we're in, and it's gonna automatically detect the tempo. So it's done processing. So here's some things that we have. We have guitars, bass, vocal chops. And then what we can do is search by using our filters. So I'm going to go into instruments and let's go to vocals. Let's try to see what vocal chops we can get in here.
Never know, maybe so. Never know.
All right, let's just drag that in there. Let's just do it. All right, and it's already in the same BPM.
Never know, maybe so. Never know, maybe so.
All right, let's try something else. Let's do that. Perfect. Now let's add that in. Let's take this one out. All right, I think that's super dope just to be able to have that option, because I wouldn't have thought to bring in those types of vocal chops. I would have went for more DJ scratch kind of thing. So to blend a modern sound with this is dope. Now, as far as features go, we have our new clip and scene area here where we can basically have the Ableton approach. So here's scene 1, and we can turn this on or off to play it from the arrangement view or the scene. Move this over here. You might want to have a different intro. So we can start off with, let's say, the Rhodes, copy that over, the piano, maybe the second vocal chop, start here. Bring everything in. All right, so that's dope. And then of course, once you're done, you can, grab all these. You can grab the whole scenes if you want, these two scenes, drag and drop them in here, and bam, you got scene 1 and scene 2. We can come back on this side. And now you have the locators as well, which is dope. So we can right click on that and rename the scene to intro, chorus, or hook. Bam, So again, I am with Studio One Pro 7. These updates are super, super dope to me. Who is Studio One Pro 7 for? So if you are starting out and you want to start producing and have the Splice integration, if you've already been using Splice, then I think this is dope. If you are heavy into the live recording aspect where you're recording multiple instruments or multiple people at the same time, Studio One has implemented a lot of the Pro Tools workflow, and it is perfectly designed for multi-track recording. So if you're a drummer or if you're in a band and you need a DAW to record all of your drum pieces or a whole band together, Studio One is definitely the place for you, 100%. If you are a solo producer and you do a lot of MIDI based producing and you want more creativity, at this time, I will say that you have some better options, in my personal opinion, which is Ableton, FL, Logic Pro. All right, so the next determining factor to me is going to be the budget, the price point. What's those dollars looking like? So if we go to Sweetwater, they have Presonus Studio One 7 Pro perpetual license for $199. Now, this is the same price as Logic Pro. Logic Pro is also $199. All right, now if we look at Ableton, the intro is $100. Live standard is $440, which is what most people will use. And then the suite is $749. Now, at this price point, you're getting a ton of features, the max for live and all that different stuff. So this is just some comparing for you. So Studio One, price point, everything included, and they have the new Deep Flight 1 synth, which is also crazy as well. I'll leave my homie Bolo's video tag below for you guys so you can check out how he used that feature. All right, guys, so all in all, I am super excited to see where Studio One Pro 7 is headed. I pray that they implement these critiques that I mentioned earlier. And guys, if you got any value out of this video, feel free to give your brother a thumbs up, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and turn on those bell notifications so you don't miss anything else from the channel. And I'll holler at you in the next one. Peace.